Let's do 5 things Mauler loved about the Bad Batch.
Okay. Oof. I think I liked Crosshair. We've already gone over it, but it counts. Crosshair's disdain for life.
Yes.
That's a big old fun one. What else? Just sifting through all my complaints. There's got to be something in here.
Did you like how the water faucet dripped?
I mean, they kept using that as like a passage of time or like a starting shot, right?
In her,
basically, like that to me is just like same shit, different day. Like the loneliness.
So
like, kind of.
I appreciate the effort with the animation. You know, I like the cinematography and bits pieces of it. That's 3 things. Isn't that close to 5? It's like the same.
Yeah, you're good. So if you notice when she starts writing on the wall with the tallying up the days, I think we start at around day 25. So this is a 25-day gap between season 2 and 3.
Fair enough.
Is that it? That's
I think so.
Man, her hair. I felt like her hair got longer.
Oh no. Yeah. Well, so that's where we start. Then we do a time skip. That's
okay. All right.
We go from something like 2 weeks or 3 weeks to. I remember looking at the tally.
A couple months or something.
23 weeks is what I had noted. Is where we end up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it is a long time then.
Which there you go. That's another thing I like. I like that they tell us that, which is to justify her relationship with the dog thing developing. Though the only reason
Batcha. I had to heal Batcha so he could help me later. Come on, Batcha.
Well, I was going to say, from a writing perspective, like I appreciate that they say it takes a long time to bind a human and an animal, at least somewhat significantly, when it's a fucking feral dog that's designed to kill things. But the reason that we even get that opportunity is because apparently it rejected the normal food, so she had to find a way to feed it other food. And I was like, that happening means that they're allowed to do a shit ton more. You know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
but in the first season, there was something where like her and Hunter got lost on some planet. Do you remember, Ryan? Do you remember this?
Hunter, yeah.
And then she like did the same sort of thing with an animal there. So it's like she almost has beast control, which like
it's because she's force sensitive because she's a special clone.
Do you think she's force sensitive?
I don't know. Like I feel like I felt like from the beginning, like from season 1, that was like kind of the implication, but I don't know. I feel like we're gonna find out very soon based on her M count.
She might be a Mandalorian Jedi. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah, I've never seen any of those before, especially female Mandalorian Jedis.
So the plot that runs through the 3 episodes, I think, is fundamentally broken, and let me explain why. We open with the idea that we're getting blood samples taken from all kinds of clones to just keep testing in different ways to figure out how we're going to benefit this project that they're working on, and that the key is actually in her blood, which Nala say, that's the name of the. She knows that Omega's blood is going to be the key to it, so she's deliberately sabotaging any attempts to get her blood in there. I thought that was a really I'd seen the 3 episodes and I had to go back and check. So I was like, how did this even happen? Like, how did it get to a point where that they hadn't tested her blood? And it's really odd because the blood gets taken by the other female clone girl,
Emery,
and then carried into the other room where Nala Se does the actual like putting it into the machine. So I was already like, wow, that's incredibly lucky, right? Like if anyone else ever did it at any point, then it would be over for Omega. But okay, we'll buy that. The thought I had in my head was like, I have to go check. How did she know which blood sample was even Omega's? And it's weird because she puts them on like a table and they scan it, and then the computer says like, this is Omega's blood sample. I was like, how would it know which one's Omega's blood sample if the blood sample's never been put into the computer for testing anyway?
Oh, they've tested all the clones.
So they know.
They know the DNA of every single clone.
But they've not been able to test them against whatever this new project is.
No, because they're injecting what I think is Palpatine's blood.
And seeing if it like doesn't...
If it binds or if it rejects it. Or...
Yeah. So...
But I don't think we've ever seen that happen to Omega, though. Have we ever seen... Like, what has she gotten injected with? She's only had samples taken, yeah?
She had her blood sample taken, and then Palpatine's blood was being injected into every vial.
Yeah, but like Nala says, sabotaging it so that her sample never gets into the machine.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like, I don't really understand why they're testing the same people like every single I guess unless they are doing changes to whatever blood.
I assume
they're putting in,
they're
like,
remixing and using.
I
different
assume it's
things.
because clones mutate.
I think there's a lot of answers you could have to that question. I was more confused because I was like, okay, so if she's on record, then surely they have records of which samples are actually getting the completed tests. They should have like a exfil or well, I'm not sure what the word would be, but just like a report of like, so that sample blah 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 fail, sample blah 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 fail, and Omegas would never turn up in those because they're all removed beforehand.
Yeah.
And I was just like, how did she get away with this for half a year? Like that they never had a test come through for Omega's blood. It's the only one that gets entered but doesn't exit.
I think that Nalase probably like the reason she was the one doing the blood. This is my like good faith, like trying to explain away, is like she wanted complete control of the project. She was already obviously, so you didn't see this, MauLer, but in season 2, Nalase basically refuses to work for what's his name? Fucking bad guy.
Yeah. I got that from these because they said that the
Yeah.
only reason they get Nalase to work is by having Omega in the station.
So my assumption is, all right, she's like, hey, I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna fucking run this entire thing, blah blah blah. And so she probably just controls everything. I think the first time anyone had not done it was when Emery did it for her. And saw what happened. But
so
that's
from my
just
point of view,
just me like making up stuff for them, you know.
Considering Nala, this actually comes up later as well. Surprising amount of control and power for Nala, considering how she's not trusted at all. Like her data pad can have control over the whole station, seemingly.
Like the fact that those data pads can be taken from one area and it works anywhere. It doesn't like, it's wild to me that it doesn't matter. Like,
well,
or
like,
that either that or she has like complete control and access of every single part of the station, like you said.
It was weird that Omega was told, like, pick up Nalase's pad from the room, and then that'll give you access to all kinds of things, including prison cells for some reason. But the thing is, when she runs into the room, it doesn't look like she gets Nala's pad specifically. I think she does, but it doesn't feel that way. It just feels like it's a pad off the wall. You know what I mean? You could just grab it, and now you have a key to basically the entire base.
Maybe
that feels strange.
Wait, was it Emery's actually?
I can't remember. Well, so I was gonna say I've got notes about this. It's like either it's a random one, which is still bad, or it's Nala's one, which doesn't make sense, or it's Emery's
the female
one.
clones. I think it's the female clones one because she would have walked in there, done the stuff, and start working on it. And I do even think when she came down and they escaped, she was like, I think she explained it away like she grabbed maybe she said I grabbed a pad. I don't remember though.
Yeah, because I could have sworn Nala said like get it from her quarters or whatever, or like her room. I don't know, but I still thought it was fucking wild how much power you get from those tablets when they don't have like a sign in or anything. You just grab it. Kind of makes everything work out, which you know.
Yeah, I said that during the episode. I'm like, this is like stupid that this pad works literally everywhere for everything.
It's weird how much Star Wars has like given up on trying to create reasonable ways of getting into or out of bases in all of its like newer stories across the board, essentially, because you know it's a staple of Star Wars. I think breaking into and out of evil bases, you gotta love it. It pops up all over the place. But you remember Kenobi? It was like, oof, they ain't trying, not like they used to.
Yeah, like who would like? Of course, that's how they should have got out. They should have walked out the front door with a big jacket and just
yeah. Crosshair could have wore a big jacket and she could be hiding under it. It'd be great.
Exactly.
Good reference too. People would be like, oh.
People like, I remember that from Kenobi.
I remember.